to the Louisville basketball program for honoring me before the game. And they could not have honored me in a higher manner than to have Denny. You know, I'm gonna get emotional. Like he, one of the true icons of the game, and someone that I've admired my entire life when he worked for Coach Wooden, and then the amazing job he did here. And anyway, that was really. I hugged him a few times because you don't get a chance to be with people of that level. Not that you all aren't at a high level. Don't be insecure now. But that was really a great thing. And so thank you. The Louisville program is one of the all-time best. The tradition of excellence and high play is, again, something I've watched for my entire life. And obviously on our staff, Nolan Smith is, that's where he was born. This is how he was raised. And his dad being one of the great players in the history of the program, and was Nolan's scout. He did an unbelievable job in preparation, and we're all very emotional and proud of being able to win. But I'm really happy for him. It was a really neat thing. As far as the game goes, I hope I'm not taking too much time. It was what we expected. Just a tight, tough game. They never get tired because of their ability to sub. I knew going into the game, I told my guys, I said, Davis, I love Davis. He had a hell of a game. And I said, and Malik is starting to really play athletically. And I said, the other guys are all really good, and they can all go off, and Ellis obviously did. And we were able to hang in there and keep like either tied or a 2-point lead until Mark came back in, and Mark had a tremendous influence on the game in keeping balls alive on offensive end, and then protecting the basket. And then our half-court execution was really good. And AJ was terrific. And when it was 62-60, he hit a three. Then he hit another three. That puts you up. If they don't hit threes, that puts you up 4 possessions. And then we were able to get a stop. And then we had 2 really good offensive executions, which took some time, and we were able to stop them and got that margin. So I know we won by 9 points. It was a 1-possession game, really, and we're aware of that. So we're very proud of our win, and open up for questions.
Coach, we're going to slide AJ in.
Well, I don't know if I want to share, unless you promise to do that again. All right. And please ask either one, and I'll pass the mic.
Questions for AJ first.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
How many 74-year-old guys get a chance to do this with an 18-year-old? And they accept it, right? Right. And that's crazy. What a good wife.
AJ, like Coach mentioned, you had that sequence there of those 2 huge key threes. Can you just take us through what you're thinking in that moment in terms of the context of the game and also what you saw on those particular shots?
With the sequence right there, it just really not even thinking about it, just letting it fly and having the confidence from my coaches and teammates, and just just letting it fly and just not even thinking about it, just playing basketball. So.
One thing I'll tell you, like, he's our best shooter. He's one of the purest shooters in the country. And so I love the fact that our guys are looking for him and are so happy with him hitting.
AJ, they made several runs in the second half and got it tied 3 times, but you never let them get ahead or get the lead. What was how are you able to do that?
I think just, when you see the adjustments we have to make, we knew we had to rebound and box out, and that's, you just look at what we got to work on and, got to capitalize on it. And having, Mark Williams, Paulo Banchero, just, in the paint working, help us get rebounds and having big blocks at the end. That's what wins games is defense. So, yeah.
AJ, how would you describe the environment today in Louisville?
I loved it. I mean, it's a away game, but we still had the best fan group base in the nation. So just them being out there and showing that support. I could hear them talking during the game. Just encouraging us as a team, and that gives you just another confidence boost. Just knowing you have a fan base behind you who wants to see you guys win. So.
Coach, what does it mean to have your freshman step up? You didn't have Trevor right here.
I'm sorry.
You didn't have Trevor today. Paolo seemed like that they were doing a pretty good job defensively. What's it mean to have another freshman, that's maybe not as heralded as those two, come out on the road in this environment and execute like that?
Well, he's had games like this, but they've been on at home, although Gonzaga, the neutral site, and he's just a rising star. He's not a rising good player. He's a rising star, and all our guys realize that. And so the amount of attention that Paolo gets or Wendell helps him, because then, the last couple of games he hasn't shot like that, right? So they're trying to stop those guys, and all of a sudden he's open. And the good thing is, then the guys look for him. But he's never nervous. He loves to play. It comes from his family. Both his parents are unbelievable athletes and competitors.
Coach, back here in the back.
Yeah.
You brought up never nervous. Since you mentioned Denny Crum, as you go through this retirement tour, kind of your last year.
It's not a tour, man. I'm
it's
just trying to win our next ACC game. This tour stuff, we had 40 people have COVID in a 3-week period. Yeah, that was not a tour.
But does this particular game kind of cause you to reflect?
I feel like the Rolling Stones doing that.
But as you see Denny Crum and you reflect back on where it was when you started, I mean, you played Louisville a couple times, when you had those first couple classes, and then to where you've gotten this program. When you see Denny and you see that kind of stuff, does it?
Yeah, well, I haven't thought about it before the game, because that's useless thinking. You have to, be completely focused on the game. During that moment, I focused on Denny Crum, and I wasn't thinking of former games. I was thinking of his excellence and his impact on the game. Literally, he's one of the iconic coaches in the history of our game. And look, he stayed with you all, right? I mean, he helped build this culture, or built it, and with class and dignity, and he stayed here. So I was just thinking how cool it was for me, what an honor it was for me to be with him. And, maybe in the summer I'll think about why we didn't get a charge called on that block. I'm sorry. And why we didn't rebound an air ball, but see, you're making, what's his name? I'm going to get him.
Sorry, you brought up never nervous.
I'm going to get him.
Mike, this is an unusual situation where Chris Mack isn't here and interim coach to finish the year. What would you say to Louisville fans moving forward about the program?
Just what I would say to Duke fans is when I retire, the program's bigger than any one individual, no matter what that individual has done for the program. And if you've done enough, if you've done a lot, like Coach Crum, like Denny has, then he'll always be a part of it. But he's never going to be bigger than it. Just like me, I'm never going to be bigger than Duke basketball. And so you guys have one of the best programs in the history of college basketball, and an incredible fan base of loyalty. And I've watched Louisville forever, and I can't remember when it wasn't outstanding. And so that's what I would say. Just move on. Let's give Mike whatever you're going to do. Like, give these kids the support. They fought like crazy today, and they played winning basketball. And there's a lot of games left. And with this veteran team that they have, they got a chance to go on a roll.
AJ, over here.
Here.
Coach mentioned you hadn't shot well the last couple of games coming into today. What was your process like to work through that and make sure that didn't turn it into a longer slump and you were back to your normal style?
It's just falling back on the work again. You just got to continue to work, and you can't get too high or too low. You just got to stay mentally strong, and it's really all glory to God too, helping me during those times, and just staying mentally strong. And it's not always going to be sunshine, so you just got to fight through it, and you get a win. So
Let me say something about him. He's 18, not 22, and he turned 18 in September, I think, right? Yeah, August. I'm sorry. I'll remember it next year when I'm on the beach. My roller. What AJ has brought to our program, AJ has a great belief in God, and because of him, our team in the last few weeks has started a Bible study together, and it's because of him, and the guys are doing it because he asked them to do it, and so when you think about being nervous and stuff, he's not nervous. He's got it together a lot better than most of us, and I'm proud of him for doing that.
Hey, Coach. Could you speak a little bit about Jeremy Roach's growth and role on the team over the past couple of games?
Yeah, he had only one turnover again today. In the last 4 games, he's had 4 turnovers, and I think probably about 30 assists. And he's played the whole game. And when Trevor went out, we went back. We had Wendell running the team and Jeremy playing off, and we switched that back. And Jeremy's really responded. And he's been a key factor for us. I mean, we only had 7 turnovers today. And so he's been a leader. I thought he was going to hit that 3 when we're up by 5, and that ball's going everywhere. And he had it knocked out. And he'll do that too. He's really won the respect of everybody, and maybe the most he respects who he is now. And he has really a lot of confidence in who he is.
Coach, you mentioned the respect you have for Denny, and I noticed you taking in a couple extra moments to say some stuff to him. What did you tell him?
Just how, thank him for being there, and thank for what he's done for college basketball and for Louisville basketball. Look, for him to come out today, I know teams were being honored, but he could go, forget that guy. He showed me an incredible amount of respect. And so you can get compliments from a lot of people, but when you get a compliment from him, all right, that's pretty damn good. It's really damn good. So that's how I felt, and it was good to see him. It was just good. Wasn't it good for you all to see him? Does he come to all the games? Most, yeah. Just keep it going, man. These guys got a hell of a tradition here, and so it's a big win for us, today. But thank you for your questions, and thank you for treating AJ nice up here. All right, thank you. All right, thanks. Oh, by the way,